Hello students, welcome to Pawan Biology classes. Hello students, in previous classes we have to discuss Mendel's law. The first law is law of dominance and the second law is law of segregation. So law of dominance and law of segregation is already discussed. In this class we have to discuss about third law of Mendel's, the law of independent assortment. The third law is called law of independent assortment. So independent assortment, the third law of independent assortment. It is also called dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross means two characters. Mendel takes two characters. The one is color and other is shape. The color is yellow color, and round shape. The next is red color. The next is green color and wrinkle shape. When you take dihybrid cross, the one character is yellow color, round shape, and the other character is green color and wrinkle shape. Yellow color is called capital Y, and the round shape is called capital R. While the other is green color, small y, and wrinkle shape is called small r. That is called dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross take two characters. The one is color and the other is shape. One is color and the other is shape. Color is yellow and green. The shape of the seed is round and wrinkle. The yellow color is called capital Y and round seed is called capital R, while the green color is called small y and wrinkle seed is called small r. That is called parent. We have to take gamete formation by the process of meiosis. During meiosis, the number of characters becomes half, number of chromosomes becomes half. So capital Y, two capital Y is come here, one capital Y and one capital R. The gamete formation of green color and wrinkle shape, green wrinkle and yellow round. The gamete is small y, small r. The gamete of green wrinkle is called small y, small r, and yellow round. The gamete is capital Y, is capital R. Now we cross yellow round and green wrinkle. Capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. The capital Y is dominant and the small y is recessive. That is called contrast character. Capital R is dominant for seed and the small r is recessive. When we cross capital R, small r and capital Y, small y, we find that the F1 generation is capital Y, small y and capital R, small r. we discuss upon capital Y, small y, the capital Y is dominant, so the color is yellow. And seed, the capital R small r is dominated, the round seed and wrinkle seed, the capital R is dominant and the dominant character is visible, so the seed is round seed. In F1 generation, we find that yellow seed and round. In this way, we cross green and wrinkle, but the green and wrinkle character is not visible. Only yellow or round color is visible. The F1 generation, we found yellow or round. The recessive character is appear in F2 generation. The F2 generation, we see the recessive character such as green and wrinkle is visible. The F1 generation is capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. The gamete formation is capital Y, capital R, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital Y, small r. The next is small y, capital R, small y, capital R, small y, small y, small r. These are the gametes of F1 generation. When we cross F1 into F1, when we find F2 generation, the F1 cross with F1. The gamete of F1 is capital R, Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. One side, draw capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. Capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. Capital Y, capital R, small y, small r. Cut. Small y, small r. इसको अगर हम मेल गैमेट मानते हैं, इट इज कॉल्ड मेल गैमेट. Then the other is female. तो फीमेल की हम लोग लिखेंगे सेम गैमेट, कैपिटल Y, कैपिटल R. नेक्स्ट इज कैपिटल Y, स्मॉल r. नेक्स्ट इज स्मॉल y, कैपिटल R, स्मॉल y, स्मॉल r. One row is male gamete and the other is female gamete. Now we have to cross capital Y, capital Y, capital Y, capital Y, then capital R, capital R. The given plant is yellow or round. Next is capital Y, capital Y, capital R, small r. Capital Y, capital Y is dominant. So the given color is yellow or capital Y, capital R, small r. Capital R is dominant while the small r is recessive. So the character is visible, dominant character, because R is dominant. So the character is round because R is dominant. Capital R, small r. The capital R is dominant while the small r is recessive and the dominant character is visible. So the given plant is capital yellow and round. Next is capital Y, small y. Capital Y, small y. Capital R, capital R. Capital Y, small y. Here the capital Y denotes yellow while the small y denotes green. The capital Y is dominant and the dominant character is yellow, and capital R, capital R. Capital R is dominant, that is called round. Here the given yellow and round. The next is capital Y, small y. Capital Y, small y. Capital R, small r. Capital Y is dominant and capital Y indicates yellow, and capital R, small r is dominant and R is denoted round. The next is capital Y or small r, capital R. Small r, capital R, we first write capital letter, that is called capital R, then small r. The capital Y denoted yellow and capital R denoted round. The next is capital Y and small r. Here the character is changed. The capital Y is dominant and indicate yellow, while the small r is recessive and indicate wrinkle seed. So here the seed is wrinkle because the F1 generation the wrinkle character is recessive. In F2 generation the wrinkle character is visible and the color is yellow. The next one is capital Y, small y. Capital Y, small y or small r, capital R. First we write capital letter capital R and then small r. The capital Y, small y. In capital Y, small y the capital is dominant and the color is yellow, and capital R, small r is dominant and R denotes round seed. So we write yellow round. The next is capital Y, small y. Capital Y, small y and capital small r. Capital Y, small y, small r. The Y character is dominant. The dominant character is yellow and small r is recessive, and the recessive character indicates wrinkle seed. The next is small y, capital Y. So capital is written first, capital Y, small y, then capital R. Yellow round. Capital Y, small y. Capital Y is dominant, so it is yellow, and capital R indicate round. Small y, capital written first, then small or capital R, small r. Capital R, small r. Here yellow round. The next is small y or capital R. The small y is a recessive character and the small y denotes green. The color is green, and capital R is dominant and indicate round seed. So here is green and round. The next one, small y, small y, small y, small y, and capital R, small r, capital R, small r. Small y is the recessive character and indicate green. Here capital R, small r, the capital R dominant and the dominant character is round. Capital R indicates round, green and round. Round. The next is small y. In this way, we fill all the block. We find that the last one block is a special character that is called small y, small y, small y, small y, and small r, small r. The small y is recessive character and indicate green, and small r is also recessive character and indicate wrinkle. It is the special character. In this way, when we fill all the columns, we find that yellow round, 9, yellow wrinkle, 3, green round, 3, and green wrinkle, 1, that is green wrinkle 1, a special character. In this way, the character is visible and the visible character is called phenotype. So phenotype ratio is 9:3:3:1. Phenotype ratio is 9:3:3:1. The law of independent assortment, the visible character is 9 yellow round, 3 yellow wrinkles, 3 green round, or 1 green wrinkles. In this way, 9:3:3:1 is the phenotype character. The next column we fill up. Look at the blackboard. Look at the board. Small y, capital is written first, capital Y, then small y, or small r, capital R. The capital R is first, then small r. The character is capital Y, small y. Capital character is dominant, and the capital Y indicate yellow, and capital R, small r. Capital R is dominant and indicate round. So yellow round. Next, small y, capital is written first, capital Y, small r, small r. Here the given character is capital Y, yellow, and small r, wrinkle. The next is small y, or small r, capital R. Capital R is written first, the capital letter written first, then small. Here small y, small y is recessive character and indicate green, and capital R, small r, capital R is dominant and indicate round. In this way, we find that the total visible character is 9:3:3:1 is the phenotype ratio. So now the chapter is in next video we discuss later.